Well, our last news story of the day. Again, if you haven't clicked that like button, do us a favor and click it now. It really does help spread the word and make our channel grow. Help support is always appreciated. Well, moviegoers, folks, it's been a while since we had a horror film like this. Moviegoers are literally vomiting and fainting during a new gory horror flick called Terrifier 2. I haven't seen this thing, but now I'm going to because I love horror films. Not everybody in my friend circle likes them, so I'm probably going to have to watch it by myself. But this new horror movie that's in theaters is so gory, fans are fainting and vomiting while watching it. That is awesome. I'm sure many of you aren't horror fans, but hey, we got a big following for Supernatural Saturday, so heck, we might have a bunch of horror fans that love aliens, that love ghosts, the paranormal, the supernatural. If you haven't checked that out, folks, check out Saturdays. It's an opportunity for us to step aside from the politics and the craziness of the world and just have a day to have some fun together, exploring the paranormal, the unexplained, and the supernatural. Well, Terrifier 2 is a relatively small production released last weekend on only 700 screens. It's earned $2.3 million so far, but even with these humble profits, the slasher flick is making headlines for how audiences are reacting to over-the-top gore. Fans headed to Twitter to brag about extreme reactions to the horror flick. Here's one. Quote, "My friend passed out." I got to show you this. I'm sorry. I got to show you this Twitter post. It's too good. "My friend passed out and the theater called an ambulance. Highly recommended." And you got there this EMTs helping this poor man out, taking him to the hospital because of this flick. You have another person that says, quote, "Just saw Terrifier 2. It was an amazing, gory mess. The guy behind me passed out cold and crashed into my chair. Another guy left because he didn't feel good. I overheard him say, and walking out of the theater door, I heard a guy puking hard and loud in the bathroom." A third wrote, "Terrifier 2 is so gory, I puked in my popcorn." And this is I believe this is a movie poster of the film itself. I'm not quite sure what exactly it's about, but if this is true and it's actually having people have these kind of emotions, when was the last time we heard a good horror film really do this to people? I remember it was the early 90s when Scream came out. What is that, 1998, 99? Scream was a big popular flick for us, a nice little slasher. Maybe you got Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees, maybe, but this is a good sign for horror, folks. The movie is a follow-up to the 2016 movie Terrifier about a sadistic, murderous clown named Art. It shows the creepy clown returning to terrorize a teen girl and her little brother after being resurrected by a sinister entity. Overall, audiences seem happy to be so grossed out by the film. Quote, "Seeing Terrifier 2 in theaters was a real trip. People in the audience were gasping, covering their eyes, and a few times I even heard retching sounds from a woman a few seats over." See, that's the ambience you want in movies with horror, right? There's a different feel when you watch it at home on your own screen by yourself or maybe with friends, but when you're in an audience, there's certain movies that are just captivating when you're around that type of atmosphere. You know, another similar type of film would have been Avengers Endgame, where you're around everybody just fans of that type of Marvel film. The energy's bustling, it's going, and it really makes it for a fun film. In the same way for horror, if you can get that audience packed that are all there, they all are a horror community, it can make it for a really, really fun time. Quote, "It's cool that a movie could still draw a reaction like that. Seems to rarely happen these days," which is what I was talking about. Last time I resemble something like that again in horror would maybe be Scream. One of the film's producers shared a warning on Twitter telling potential viewers that the film is likely to cause extreme reactions. Here's what he said, quote, "This movie contains scenes of graphic violence and brutal depictions of horror. Viewers who are faint of heart, prone to lightheadedness, or have weak stomachs are advised to take extreme caution. There have already been numerous instances of fainting and vomiting in theaters. For those choosing to continue, you've been warned." I absolutely love this. It's awesome that we're around this time where Halloween's coming up in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. You have horror films coming out, which is what people want. People are throwing up, fainting. That means this is probably a good flick, folks. So if I go see it, I will let you know what my review is on it. And if that's something you guys are interested in on seeing movie reviews, again, I was an actor myself, part of the Screen Actors Guild. If you want me to do reviews of movies, TV shows, and that's something you might be interested in, we could throw that on a Sunday afternoon or even a Saturday afternoon and talk about film releases, because I do like movies, and I do go see movies quite a bit. Let me know if that's something you're interested in. As always, support the show by hitting that like and subscribe button. And folks, I'll see you tomorrow here on The Bald Brad Show. I hope you enjoyed that clip from The Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.